More on the staff insiders here with Utah basketball, sitting down with assistant basketball coach Tim Morris. Year one in the books. It was about just a little over a year ago you joined the staff here at the University of Utah. What was your expectation coming in to work with Craig and the staff and the program, and how did it play out over the last year?
The expectations were to be a part of a coach who you enjoy working with, who the guys love, a good community. People overuse the word family, but that type of atmosphere. I remember when I first was looking at the job, I was looking at BC's stats and the fact that he shot 50% from three. And that was exciting for me, because anytime you have a big who can really stretch the floor, there's so much you can do offensively. So there were some expectations there. We knew we were going to have to fit some pieces together, and we knew our margin for error wasn't going to be. It was going to be really small. So we had some injuries. I guess as you move through that, having some injuries, having some growing pains, trying to figure that piece out. But the results were, from a win-loss standpoint, those speak for themselves. But we grew and we laid a foundation. I think the guys fought, and I was proud to coach them. They were a group that I was proud to coach because of how much they fought, how much they stayed connected, how much we continued to get better throughout the whole year, even through some adversity and some trying times. So expectations were in your first year uncertain.
Yeah.
You don't want to put too many expectations on a season, but I guess the results were rewarding.
The biggest job sometimes for a first-year staff is installing and building your culture. It's generally not going to be the same as the staff before, and sometimes that can be a challenge. It didn't feel like being around you guys as much as I was last year. It never felt like the culture and the atmosphere and the chemistry part was ever a big issue for you. Would you agree?
I agree completely. We just talked about it in a kind of our year-end analysis of our team and our program. What of our SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. One of our biggest strengths, I told Craig, was that we're in line from the bottom of our program to the top of our program with the types of people we have here. And I think that was by design. Craig has a knack for reading people and bringing people in that have qualities that connect, that have good chemistry, good compatibility. And that showed itself through the season. Like, when you have those types of qualities in everybody who's a part of your organization, you're a resilient group and you come together. It's like that. You see the cliche analogy of the open hand versus the fist. Like, you're connected, and it just helps you fight through all the different things that come at you during the year.
So for you, it was a homecoming of sorts, not to Utah, but back to the conference where you kind of became a college basketball player, coming back to what was then the Pac-10 for you. It's Pac-12 now.
Right.
So what was it like being back here in the Conference of Champions? And I remember asking you that night, but you can retell the story for the fans, walking back into Maples.
Yeah, I'd even start before that. I remember when we first played at USC. It was the first road game. It felt like I came home. Some of my old colleagues at different places, like being at Alabama, one of my guys, Antoine Petway, he played at Alabama, and you could just sense this home feeling, because every place we went, he had memories that were associated with that arena or that place, that team, that competition. And I remember BC was asking me about who I played against when I was at USC when we got there, because it was our first game, and I remember playing against OJ Mayo, and he was my matchup, and just those kind of stories there. And it was, you're going back to your alma mater, moving forward to Stanford. It's a special feeling going back, because I hadn't been back in a long time. I don't think I'd been back since I left. So needing that win, getting the road sweep, going in there, being prepared, and having the scout, walking in there, and it just brings back so many memories.
If I'm not mistaken, your coach was doing the game on television the night we were back, wasn't he? Was Monty there?
He was.
Or was he at Cal when we were at Cal?
He was at Cal.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he did Colorado too.
Okay, yeah. But I remember somewhere along the line, your coach, Mike Montgomery, was there for a couple of steps too.
Right. So we got to reminisce a little bit, and Yeah, he's the guy that recruited me. He gave me my shot. So it's cool. It was cool to see him. It was cool to see some of these teams and just bring back some memories when you're there.
It was a big year for the Morris clan off the court as well. You welcomed another member to the family.
Yep, our daughter Tori.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been fun. You know, we already have, well, there'll be 5 June 15th. We're kind of planning that birthday party, 5th birthday party now. But adding Tori to the family it's been great. You know, we're busy. We're both running around. Morgan and I have just been happy. You know, it's great having their energy, seeing their personalities come out. They call our old house the UC house. Now this is the Utah house. So it's new memories, new experiences. As a family to grow. Torin was born here. That's going to be part of her life.
So, who's the best athlete in the Morris family? I've got to ask it. For those that don't know, Tim's wife was a pretty accomplished gymnast at the University of Alabama. In fact, a national champion. So, if we're squaring up athletically, would she have better success on the court, or would you have better success on the mat?
Oh, well, let me answer your first question first. She's a better athlete.
Okay.
She's a national champ. She's
Fair enough.
8-time All-American, the whole 9. I play some pro basketball, but they're more basketball players than gymnasts. So it's my job was easier. She's a beast when it comes to athletics. But vice versa, I'm too her center of gravity is different. So I'm all limbs. I'm all legs. I'm all arms.
Yeah.
I can't. My balance. She jokes with me all the time. I don't know if you could have been a gymnast, but she gets the edge on that one.
Okay. Last thing for you. You guys have turned the roster over, not completely, but quite a bit, which, by the way, has almost become the new norm in college basketball. Rosters are turning over for everybody. What has you most excited about this group coming in? You guys are going to start workouts here in the next couple of weeks. You'll have them all back on campus. They'll be in this gym making a lot of noise. Give me what's got you a little excited about this group that you've put together for this next fall.
Adding to what we built last year. I mean, we had multiple guys. You talked about building a foundation. Building your culture. We had multiple guys, young guys like Lazar and Gabe, basically freshmen, Raleigh, who played a lot of minutes.
Yep.
So they're battle tested. So they know what the expectations are. They know what it takes to contend and to contend for a league championship. And then, so having those guys back and ready to take another step. And then the guys we brought in, I think they complement everybody we already have on our roster. So just a combination of it. When you can already envision what you have to do, and then you have the requisite talent and skill set to do what's needed, you're in a position to grow and you're in a position to succeed. And we got a team full of gym rats. That's another quality that's special. That's reflective of a team that has a chance to be good. So all those qualities together, they're competitive, they're talented, they complement each other, they like each other, and then just having another year in the system. We know as a staff, some of us knew each other before, but we know Craig better, Craig knows us better. We like I said earlier, we complement each other already, but just having a year under our belt, you could see it in all of the games. The guys fought, they played hard, they played together, and then adding experience, adding some more talent, adding some more pieces puts us in a spot to where let's see what we can do.
Well, I'm excited. I know you guys are too. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
There you go. Tim Morris with us in another in our series of Utah Basketball Staff Insiders.